Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go through another healing story. So this story is about giving comfort to people who pass away, or who are about to pass away, should I say. So when I was in New Zealand, I got to know quite a few healers, of course. I used to go around to a lot of the different healing events, which would happen very, very regularly, actually, in Christchurch, New Zealand. Um, a lot of the time you could actually go to some of these events and experience healing from different practitioners nearly every week. There would always be something on somewhere, lots of different courses. And I got to know a lady healer who looked up to me. I'd gotten quite well known as a healer by that point, and she looked up to me and would quite often come over to me and learn different techniques from me. And we got quite friendly. And after about a year, I would say, of knowing her, she asked about bringing her mother in for a healing from me, which I accepted. And this lady was in her 80s, I think. And yeah, in some discomfort in her body. She couldn't really lie down for a healing, so these healings were done in a chair. So she was sat upright because it was just too uncomfortable for her to lie down. And if I remember rightly, I was working on her back a lot, on her kidneys a lot. I can't remember precisely why she was in discomfort, but that was initially how it was presented to me. Um, what was wanted from the healing was to give her more comfort in her body. So I performed some healing on her, had her come back a few times, and I sort of remember sort of subconsciously thinking, is there some other reason for this healing? Even though I was focused on the back and clearing energies from the back of her body, and also around the front of her body as well. Again, using the scan with my hands and pick up energies that I find and throw them away, that particular technique. Yeah, there was a sense of, okay, is there something else here? And I could see that this lady healer I knew was also a bit concerned. And I didn't mention it. So she was the first one to mention it to me was, I think she might be close to passing. And I sort of agreed with her and said, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I've thought too. Um, but I also said, it's possible that it might not be time. And this is quite a key point to bring up, actually, with people who are pretty old. They can sometimes surprise you and live a lot longer than you think they will. So sometimes when you pick up on the feeling of death, it's not necessarily something that's going to happen soon. It could happen actually many years later. And I find that especially with animals, especially with dogs. Dogs can hang on for quite some time because of their loyalty to their owners before they pass away. So I'm always very careful with saying I think that someone might pass soon because I don't know. I'm not the best at predicting that. I'm not that sort of psychic. So yeah, I said to this particular lady, yeah, I think I agree, but you never know. And as the sessions went on, I think I gave her 3 sessions or 4 in the end. I started getting more of the impression, okay, yeah, we're just giving her more comfort before she passes. I didn't alter how I did the treatment. I carried on as if I was treating anyone else, finding the heavy energies, picking them up and releasing them. And again, especially from the back of the body, I think her back wasn't in a very good shape. And yeah, she said she felt more ease after each session, felt a little bit more mobile. And yeah, some days to a week after the last session, she passed away. Um, And of course, it's a very sad thing when someone passes away, and those emotions do come up, especially for the lady whose mother it was. But at the same time, very beautiful as well. I'm always grateful for how much more ease people have when they leave their physical body. And having experienced being outside of my physical body myself through meditation, I know it can be an absolutely wonderful place. So sometimes there's a bit of jealousy of people who pass over. So I do have a very different viewpoint to other people. It's not the end. For me, it's a change. And, there's quite often a smile on my face thinking of where they're going and the wonderful adventures that they may take on in the afterlife or some other life they go on, depending on what they choose. So it's both wonderful and sad at the same time, for me. But I know there are other practitioners that maybe haven't experienced being outside the body, even if they know there is more, that death isn't the end. And so for them, it can be more sad. But yeah. And of course, questions come up because that was the first time I'd performed healing for someone who was close to passing. Questions, could I have done more? Was there something wrong with my healing? Was I meant to save that person? Was there some energies I could have released so that person could have lived on longer? So all those sorts of questions do come up, but sometimes that's part of our job as a healer, to give someone more ease with their body before they pass away, having them more comfort. And of course, because we're dealing with energies as healers that are beyond the physical, maybe there's something there about helping them tune into that, helping them to be more comfortable about that. So they can sense that energy a bit better, or maybe it's more the conversations you have with them about the afterlife, about it not being the end, about guiding them, if you like. So yeah, it's part and parcel of being a healer. You're not always there to heal and correct everything. Sometimes you're there to help someone understand something, such as death, or help them see something from a different point of view, or explore something new. It's not necessarily always about healing something for them. Yes, that's my first experience of helping someone pass over. I hope that's useful. I hope I haven't forgotten anything that might be important from this particular experience. But yeah, please do like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to support this channel. If there's any particular stories you'd like me to cover that I may have experienced myself, then let me know in the comment section. And I will see you in the next video.